Yeah. Oh shit, man! Welcome back, bro.
Are we on now?
We're here, man.
Is this what it is?
Oh, yeah, man, we're here.
We're in it now.
We're in it.
You're in it now.
We're in
I'm
it,
scared.
dude. Well,
What's up, everybody? Season 2.
Season 2, man.
Season 2. Feels
Season
weird.
2?
Feels good to say.
Feels good, yeah.
I mean, we took a break.
Oh,
in
that's
April.
what the season is.
Yeah. I
think
I don't know how officially it works, but
You
Yeah.
had like 8 episodes?
no, we had
No.
13.
Jesus.
yeah, we
Yeah.
have 13.
Yeah, we had 13.
That's a good age.
Good stretch. Yeah, 3 months of every weekend just doing the podcast. What?
No, nothing.
No one heard it.
It's just everybody that's listening. We got a third voice here.
Yeah.
You know, if you're listening, if you're not watching, thank you for watching. If you are, thank you for listening. If you are,
Thank you for coming back.
Thank you for coming in general.
Thank you for coming. So much.
So much all over. Yeah, we have Warren.
Welcome back to the FWABOOM podcast. Thank you for joining us. We do
Thanks for
have
having
Warren, our long-lasting friend. That long-lasting, our friend. Yeah.
I forgot how to do this.
Yeah, I forgot how to do it too, man. We usually were pretty much drunk.
Hey, put your phone on silent.
Oh, is that me?
Is that-
I'm sorry. That's the ring camera. My bad, dude. Sorry.
Yeah, we definitely forgot how to do all this.
No worries.
Should we just
Let me solve this by
should we just chug a beer and get?
We
in
could
it?
chug a beer. Yeah, we can.
I only brought a 6-pack, so
No,
that's
no
one more
worries.
lit. Yeah. But I'm fucking down, baby.
Fuck yeah, let's do it, man.
All right,
Let's
let's
do it.
drink this from.
What is this? What kind of beer is this, man?
What kind of? Let's ask Warren.
Say it, bro.
Cerveza.
No.
No, say the whole
Say
thing,
what
bro.
you said
Where's it from,
earlier.
dude? Where's it
Coming
from?
up.
Where's it from?
This is some cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
baby.
Cheers. Agua.
Cheers to you, viewers and listeners.
My face is gonna get red as fuck. Hey, man. Thank you for joining the podcast, man. It's been a long time coming. I'm gonna say coming a lot this whole episode.
I can't finish it all. I'm not wireless.
Were you gonna chug it? No, I didn't want to chug it.
What he said earlier. I don't know. Be comfortable.
John.
No, stop.
John.
Stop. We don't need to do.
I gotta
All
try
right,
it
well,
later.
I'm at you, John. I drank last night, dude. I drank last night. Yeah, I went to One Up Bar in Noriega.
Oh yeah.
It was my buddy's Gunner left. So yeah. Anyways, doesn't matter.
Gunner his name?
Yeah. His name
Was he a gunner?
Was he
No.
a 50 cal?
Oh,
This is
man.
a tall white guy, but
Sounds like a 50 cal.
Sounds like a gunner.
He sounds like it.
Gunner and Hunter. Yeah.
Gunner and Hunter. What else?
Wow.
There's a lot of hard R's in the white community.
Yeah, there was a lot of Asian people.
I'm assuming that they're white. Are they?
You been to One Up Bar, right? On Noriega?
I
Sounds
think so.
familiar,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Sounds
like a
familiar.
little sports bar. Right?
Yeah, it has billiards in the back as
I used
well,
to actually
too.
be a regular there back in the day.
Like,
Oh, okay.
What's a
Whatever
regular?
back in-
Like, I know you.
Yeah, like they know you.
Well, now I don't know who they are now, but I spent a lot of time like in the city for no reason.
No,
Like back then. Huh?
Is Sean playing games right now?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Yeah, drinking.
What is he playing?
That's cool.
What kind of Nintendo is that?
It's not a
It's a
Nintendo.
Nintendo, dude.
What is it?
It's an Amber Nick.
Oh, those are the built ones.
The emulators. Yeah. Here, take a look
Oh.
at it. Yeah. Hold it. Touch
Oh
it.
shit. Oh, it's hella light too, bro.
Yeah. Apparently not because of the tariffs, fucking Amber Nick, they're not shipping to the U.S. anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, I was about to send you that news article, Sean, because I know you're all about the emulator like stuff. But Amber Nick is one of the biggest emulators, handheld Game Boy wannabe. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. They don't
Retro handheld.
There you go. There
Retro
you go.
handheld, yeah.
Yes.
Give me DS.
You built that?
Oh no. You buy it. But you can
Oh.
like fill it with your own games and things
Oh,
like that.
got it. Have you
I
ever
own the games.
Have you ever built? Yeah. Have you ever built anything?
No,
like
but
that?
actually, Sean, he's back in the day, he showed me like Raspberry Pis. You know?
No,
they're just like
Like mini computers, like the size of your credit card.
yeah.
Oh.
And then he brought one to my house one day, and then he was like, check it out, I could turn it into like an emulator. I was like, what the fuck, this little microchip thing. This was high school too, so I was like,
shit.
mind blown.
Sean's always been on the emulator
Oh, technology, bro.
ever since high school. I was like, whoa.
But you
do that?
you
You.
I forgot we had a guest. I'm so flustered. I'm so excited.
No,
I
we
know.
haven't done this in a month. Yeah.
You're right.
Are you guys usually nervous like this?
No.
No, we
Or is it just like it's
back
been a
to-
minute?
Yeah, back to
been a
back for 3 months we were just doing it. It just kept felt like just felt normal, and then we took that 1 month off, and then Yeah, right now, but we usually like are fucking drunk doing this, just like smashing brews and
Maybe
taking
we
shots.
drunk.
I mean, that's why.
I don't know.
But back to what we were saying, like, no, you guys don't have to match me. I don't believe in matching all the time. Matching energy is important, yes, but
Yeah.
matching, like the physicality of everything.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal, man.
I mean, nah. Okay.
Yeah. What's up with you, man? Cheers.
Whoa.
All right.
Sorry.
Nice. Sorry about that.
Sorry for that in post.
Nice, dude. What's up with you, man? How you been?
Am I nervous?
You're not. Don't be
I was
nervous.
nervous to
We're
be
just
on
having a conversation.
I just saw you recently.
Yeah.
Was your baby's birthday recently?
Oh shit, yeah.
We had dinner that other day.
Oh, yeah.
The last podcast episode.
Oh, you
with
talking
Justin.
about barbecue?
The KBBQ?
Yeah, well,
The
for
one
Sean's birthday.
Sean's
Sean's
birthday.
birthday.
Okay.
And then we were with Justin.
Yeah.
picked you
That
up.
was, dude.
Yeah,
that
okay.
was so amazing, man. Just because when you think about the FWABOOM like group and like those kind of moments, those are like key moments.
Yeah.
We're like we're not really recording, but we're in the moment and we're just making crazy fucking jokes. And like we have a shock value. You know how we just have to say crazy things to make each other laugh.
Yeah.
That started immediately right when Warren got in the car. We just started going crazy, man.
You know it's bad when you have to look over when you're eating.
Yeah.
Strong, you're like, oh shit.
That's what I was
can't say
afraid
that.
of, man. And then we started taking shots with the waiter. And I, was
I
like,
said
oh
something
my
during
God.
when we were eating, and you guys were like, chill.
What did you say?
I can't say that.
I know what he said because I was like, dude, relax.
Can you text it to me?
I can't. Well, I can't. Well, yeah, I'll text you.
Yeah. Okay, write it down in the note and then send it to
But
his
you know what's
house.
hella funny though? Like the energy that we had though. I'm assuming he was the owner.
Yeah.
Of the place. Like he just was drinking.
No one was
with us.
looking at him when he was drinking.
cool. He's like,
He comped us how many bottles.
he drank with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
He did the like shake and stir. And then,
Did he really? I didn't
No.
see
Yeah.
that.
was kinda
I don't know. I don't,
no,
dude.
I was too drunk. That was fun though.
No, that was good.
Are you
That was
really
good.
texting it to me?
Sorry. Hold on.
Can you airdrop it to me?
I
The
don't know.
word that
Oh,
you
no,
said.
I don't know how to use my phone anymore, bro.
Dude, stop being nervous, dude. He didn't say that. He didn't say that
Oh,
word.
was it not that?
No, but I mean, you said the
Oh.
the lesser.
never mind.
Can you
It's not
airdrop it to
that.
me? I just want to remember. Core memory.
I'll say it to you later. Okay.
Oh
On
my
Discord.
God. You know what?
Whose bottle was that?
That's Warren. Warren said, "What?
Back,
Man,
Nutter milk. Is that what it's called?
that's water.
It's nut or milk,
It's just
bro.
it's just
It's just what?
a container.
It's water.
It's nutter milk.
It's neither.
I cleaned it. There's no milk in there, but there's water in there.
It's neither milk.
Do they deliver it to your front door like that?
No, it's one of those things at Safeway where you go and then you can refill it. It's like
How come we
half
don't
You
ounce.
refill it? Like
Yeah,
you bring it
refill
back?
it. Yeah.
How come we don't do that anymore?
What? Deliver milk?
Yeah, the milk delivery guy. You know that meme, or you ever see that meme of like Goofy's face where he's like this
Yeah.
or whatever? That's like right after the milkman kisses him, and there's like a specific episode where like Goofy like opens the door and then the milkman kisses him. But then the theory behind all that was like, oh wait, that just meant like his wife was like cheating on him with the milkman, but it's like never actually said.
Oh.
Because why the
wow.
fuck would the milkman just like automatically kiss you? He would just open the door because like, oh, my milk is here.
He wasn't just delivering milk.
No,
Dude,
he was
fucking
delivering
yeah, he was
milk.
unloading his milk in the white.
Exactly. And the other thing too.
Mrs. Goofy.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
And the only reason
Is
why
Goofy his full name? What's his last name?
it's
Is
Goofy Maximilian. No, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's goofy, bro.
Yeah, but his son is Max.
Yeah.
Maximilius?
So I don't know.
That's kind of crazy. He's delivering loads.
But yo, we should deliver
drop
milk
it.
again, bro.
Dude,
I
let's-
would be a milkman.
Hey, which way?
Bro, every
I'm
time
goofy.
No, don't say that. What the fuck? After what I just said.
Bro, every time me and Warren,
like that.
You're married. Stop.
We're married to each other.
We are.
I think it was his,
For those that don't know,
yeah, put us on, bro. Put us on.
let me
man.
put you
put
on.
me on. I don't know.
Let me put you on something. A little something.
Before you tell the story, can I tell this story real quick? Why is it every time that we're in a group chat, we always talk about dropping ropes on each other?
That's always
Always
the ropes.
ropes, bro. Why are we talking about dropping loads inside of each
I
other?
have a
bro?
lot of rope.
Inside, over.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
just start
The
sending each
rope-a-dope.
other rope
Like,
fucking
I'm gonna shoot ropes.
videos.
Who
Yeah,
sends that?
you motherfucker. Every time we're in a group chat. Anyways, tell the story,
Nope.
man.
Of me shooting ropes?
Yeah, every time in a group chat, we always say, "Dude, I want to shoot ropes on you, bro." Dude, why? Why?
No, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, no, us. Yeah, so for those that don't know, me and Warren are actually secretly married.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about this.
You forgot about our
I
marriage?
forgot about this one. This is a good one.
What are you talking about?
I totally forgot about this.
Oh, go ahead.
But then, you know, we were like deeply concerned about our relationship. You know, I got to keep it on the low. So we found Maria.
You guys get officiated? Like, you guys do
Maria's a surrogate, bro.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
She's gonna fucking hate me, bro.
Who's the bottom?
I thought you were gonna tell the calendar, the candle part.
Which one?
Huh?
The what? The
Candle.
Yo, where are we going with this conversation? What is
You brought it up.
You said what you call it? That we're married.
Yeah, you
Oh, the candle. That too. Oh well, yeah, no. During
no.
Ward and Maria's wedding.
Yeah.
You know, when they had the candle and all that, like to, you know, symbolize like that they're married, and then they blow it out and all that.
Yeah.
For some reason, they were so busy handling everything.
Yeah. Yep.
They just look at me and say, "John, just blow it out."
I told him because I was like, we gotta pack, we gotta get out of the
Yeah,
church.
they're in a rush.
And then I looked at John, and like John's there. I'm like, yo, John, can you just blow it out?
I'm like, "Are you sure?"
And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. And then we thought about it after. We're like, that symbolizes
It's like we're technically married.
So I always think that it's like when what was it, Boy Meets World, when he got married to
Topanga?
Topanga,
Nice.
and it just pans to the right and you see Sean, like that's John. I literally think that.
Hey man, I was crying so much during that wedding. You have no idea. That's your
Really?
brothers, bro. My hands are sweating too.
They're always sweaty. They're nice.
Right now.
They're nice.
Are they sweating right now?
Are you nervous right now?
No, but I'm embarrassed because of
not
that
yet.
story.
Dude, you know, I wanted to bring up this story. You know, I have a good fond memory. Why the fuck? No, I have good memories of
Ropes.
you. Gotta get back into this shit, man. I have good memories of when we were in high school that you were wanting to be in like the aviation kind of community.
Yeah.
Like I remember that you had like apps and like you were like tracking like you know what stuff in the air. But
Yeah.
I remember like when we were younger, you guys used to play like Ace Combat a lot, and you guys would like in
Like the
Flight
planes,
Simulator.
or Battlefield,
dude.
it would always be like on the planes or trying to get.
Yeah, what was that? What was that experience like? What gravitates? Or do you have like any family members that are in that
No
field?
one. No one. I always
Really?
thought about it. It's just cool to like, I guess, fly in a way. So I always wanted to do that, but I could just never like came.
I forgot I'm wearing my sunglasses.
Who did it? Jeff Lau?
Lau.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he got like his certificate, but yeah. he
No,
doesn't-
he's a full-on pilot.
Oh, really?
Is he actually now?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I remember he was like studying and all.
Capable.
Yeah, he had
Yeah.
those like what do you call it? The
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'm off then, but I felt like he was flying.
Yeah. No, but that's that's something interesting, man. I just remember like a lot of the times a lot of our hangouts were just playing video games, like fucking Call of Duty getting nukes like every fucking session that we
Battlefield,
had.
like
Yeah,
you
dude.
need
I
you in
mean,
the air or some shit.
we had a lot of great moments playing video games, bro.
Yeah.
Video games.
It started at Sean's garage.
Yeah.
You're right,
Like, do you want to play COD?
What's your favorite video game era that we were ever in? Because mine was Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Is that Monte Grappa?
Monte Grappa.
Monte
Grappa, bro. We just would run that shit and
Yeah, that shit was fun.
yeah. I mean, even like Call of Duty era too. We were just running lobbies, bro. Like
Rust?
yeah, dude.
Oh,
we were
yeah.
just running lobbies, man.
I miss the lobbies. Just the lobbies.
just a lot, just
I
yelling.
used to
at
get
each
so
other.
I used to
Yeah.
get so buttered because I'd suck. Like something like damn it, they're getting me
It
now.
was so fun though.
Yeah, we
It
were
was.
carrying the team and
The
shit.
toxicity was fun.
Shipment, bro. I miss Shipment, dude.
Shipment was
fucking-
late.
What's that? You guys remember that one guy's gamer tag that you guys would always invite to you guys' party whenever like you guys would play like competitive Call of Duty or some shit? Was it Call of Duty or Overwatch? But there was always this one guy on Xbox. This was Xbox days
Is it
still.
random?
He was a random, but then
Rainbow Six.
maybe it was, or I really forgot. But then there was always this one guy. You would invite him to your like party just to talk shit to him after like whooping their ass, or it would be the opposite, like they whooped your ass.
Oh, that was just me.
Oh,
being,
that was just
me being
Warren.
an
Yeah,
idiot.
we would.
There was one guy. No, I remember there was one gamer tag. Like it's him again. Like what the fuck? That shit's hilarious.
Because we used to
Never.
run like what 6v6 on Rust and all
Yeah,
that.
man.
And then like I guess when you match up like that, you would just kind of see the same people.
right.
And then I would just be so toxic that I would invite them after
I'm just putting
just to
it
talk shit
Yeah, man.
and just It would just start yelling all the time. That
Yeah,
shit was
man. I remember
hilarious.
we were playing Rainbow Six, bro, and like Warren would not tell us what was happening, but he's like, he would these like fucking like 5 other people would just join, and they were just like, yeah, fuck you, fat. Yeah, we're just yelling at each other, and it's
My mama gets so mad. Oh my god.
yeah, man. We had to be lower. Yeah, we had to be lower. You know, like lower voice.
Yeah. She
But
would
he-
hear me through the vents.
I mean, even the Overwatch days, bro. Yeah, the vent is crazy.
She would hear through the vents. Just
Yeah.
resonating. Me
Yeah.
saying explicits.
Yeah. Do you guys ever play like Flight Simulator, or did you guys ever do that inside, or did you guys ever
I
like?
played it.
Yeah.
I was ass.
Did you like? What did you
tough.
want to do with that? You were just like interested in, it,
No,
or
I
did
just
you ever
wanted-
want to?
I just wanted to play. I think what was that COVID time? We were trying to stream.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
When you
Right.
trying, you were.
We did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
okay.
remember. There was a kid, remember?
Oh, yeah, that was
pop up in
crazy.
your stream.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy seeing like one viewer.
Right, but then he was like a random and
Yeah.
actually like, that's why I like coming in here, guys. Like,
Yeah, come.
he had fun. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah.
It was weird in this, I don't know. It was like an older brother feeling.
Yeah, it really was. It's like I actually have someone who
I
wants
hope
to
he's
watch
good.
me.
I hope he's doing good.
Yeah. No, I was playing Flight Simulator. And it was like on PC, and you know, like there's a whole bunch of keys and all that, and I was terrible at it, so I was constantly crashing.
And that's why I stopped because I tried playing it and then it asked me like, oh, use your numpad.
Oh,
Like
and your
numpad.
10 keyless?
Yeah, I'm like, I have a smaller keyboard. Like I don't have that. Like I
Yeah.
can't fly.
Oh no, that's real because I had like the 10 keyless just
Yeah,
like you,
yeah.
but then the number pad one was like an ergonomic like for work one.
I was like, what do I do?
So I was like playing like this.
This is how you really fly.
I was like flying like that. I was like, dude, I'm ass.
Oh,
It was
man.
cool though. It was cool though.
But speaking of that streaming thing, though, to do a little segue, it's kind of sad because then I had one friend, her brother was a streamer, and then he died. But then, like, when I would watch his streams before, he had like a little community.
Oh shit.
Somewhat of a community, like there's regulars and stuff.
Yeah.
But then when I remember his sister was like asking me like, should I go in there and like let them all know, like,
Oh,
'Cause
you
it's out
brought
of-
this up in another podcast before.
right? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't.
Hey man, shout out to you, bro.
I
Appreciate
watched.
that. Yeah.
I hella don't
I-
remember that.
I'm
I hella
listening.
don't remember that. But yeah, no, just to bring it up for any new listeners
she?
and viewers. Huh?
Did she go up? And like
I don't
tell
know.
him?
I don't know because I stopped fucking with her.
That's kind of sad. That's actually that's really.
No, it really is because then you think about the
Yeah.
people because then they actually people watch streams for friendship, you
Yeah,
know, for
yeah.
community, just to be heard and all
Yeah.
that. Like now I'm looking at it like, no, it's more than just video games.
Oh no,
You know?
100%, bro.
I saw that one thing on Instagram where I guess all the kids were watching the Minecraft movie.
Yeah.
And like
Oh
a
my
pig
God.
came out with like the crown.
The
And I guess
legend.
that it was a legend.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a thing.
Oh,
Me
and
too.
then they like paid homage to him. I was like, that's pretty cool.
The guy he like died from like cancer or something.
Yeah, but he was like the one who put Minecraft on.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's pretty cool of them.
Yeah.
Same parallel.
yeah, man. We've
I like
seen
that.
a lot, bro. We've seen a lot in our generation. We always talk about this in our podcast, but we've gone through a lot of.
Video
Someone
games.
the other day asked me if we're in a recession. I don't even know how to answer that anymore.
I would say
bro.
yeah.
Like,
Are we?
I don't know. I'm on Reddit, and then like people ask me, like, "Are we in a recession?" I'm like,
Heading toward, but then I feel like I've heard that like before. Yeah, but God, how do I say this? So when I was like doing some research on like I do like obviously I do random research on
Yeah.
things.
"Your
I
due
look-
diligence."
Yeah. So have you ever heard of the crude money theory?
Is this what you made up?
No,
It's crude, young.
no. It kind of has to do with that because then I was like, oh, what can I do with like crude?
Yeah.
So I started looking up things. I came across the crude money theory. It was basically a study that happened in Bangladesh where it doesn't matter how much you're making. The more that they increase your pay, the more obviously, everybody knows this, but like, and the more everything just rises in price, inflation, for lack of a better term. But the crude money theory is that like, it doesn't matter. Like no matter what you do, everything will
It's like you go up and the bar's going up too.
nonstop.
No, that's a common theory. Even where I
Yeah,
work
yeah.
right now, it's like we will never reach the standard because we always raise the bar. So
Right,
it's
but
like,
then you see everyone's kind of like,
Is that just money though? I mean,
Right.
It can go to everything,
that's,
right?
Yeah, right. You could, but then they're basing it off like actual like numbers. That's why
Oh,
when it
I
came
see.
to like money.
I see.
But it's good that you're bringing it up. Like everyone knows that already. Like it's good. Everyone needs to like.
wake up to the idea
wake
of
up.
it. Yeah.
I mean, do they know? Because some people just.
Some people are they're okay with being stagnant. You know.
And honestly, man, for me, the personal take, like I'm off social media. Like Easter, I kind of did the opposite. You're supposed to like
Give
do
it
a
up?
Lent and then give up something. But I
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
started Easter and I started making changes to my life. But yeah, I'm off of my social media, so I only have like the FWABOOM account and
good, yeah.
my daughters. But besides that, like, and I'm on Reddit. I'm back on Reddit just to kind of like educate myself.
Take everything with a grain of salt.
Yeah, grain of salt. I'm also on Ground News. I don't know. Like I've been watching like Channel 5 so much that like the Ground News is a platform where you get an article and then they kind of like vote it left or right or central. And it's pretty it's pretty awesome because you kind of like read the article and you're like, okay, well, which direction is this really going? And Andrew Callahan like put me on, so I've been watching too much Channel 5 news.
There's another YouTuber news channel. I forgot what they were called, but I really liked. I wanted to put you on them, but they were just like covering some shit like Palantir and all that. Like nobody knows what Palantir is, but majority of people that heard of the name Palantir, they know it as like a stock to get like make money off of it. But little do people know is that Palantir is the next Skynet. They are a weapons manufacturer. They want privatize military. They're
hiring.
Probably actually look for them. But what do you call it? They what do you call it? Specialize in like the automation of everything. You know what I mean?
Skynet got taken already, so they chose another name.
Exactly. No. So for those that don't know or anything like that, like keep your ears and eyes out for Palantir, and then you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man, I'm always just ready for, and maybe that's the whole thing with like
if you want to make money too, you can invest.
My whole like gun run right now, just because I've been like talking to the twins, and I've been talking to all my buddies as well in the military, and they're like, yeah, man, like it was a hobby at one point, but then really it's just like I don't want to like be a prepper or whatever, but you kind of think about all these like we're like subreddit? What's up?
Are you on that subreddit?
Yeah, I'm on so many subreddits back on Reddit.
I get jealous looking at that because you got so much stuff you want.
Yeah, and it's money, bro. It's like But I feel like we're just one corner away from like a crazy event that's happening.
No, so absolutely.
I have no idea what that looks like.
We've been talking about it ever since the first episode, right? Yeah. Like kind of joking around about it, but as these months have gone by, now we're switching to serious mode. Hold on.
God damn it! Let's talk about some real stuff.
I don't got one. Should I put my nutter milk on?
Yeah. You're a nutter. Here you go again with the ropes, man.
But no, as the times and months, as the months and times have gone by recently, like it's more inevitable. Like we're exactly. Yeah. But we are talking about some serious matters.
If Sean was wearing one too, I'll be
not even on screen. Dead. Not even on screen, and he's just doing it.
If Van goes down, she wear one too.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, all I'm saying is that like when I was a kid, I used to think about like nuclear war and all that. It might happen, whatnot. Now as an adult, I was going to like say like how old am I? But now as an adult, like just. It's so much more likely. Like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. Like, are we living during Cold War times again? Like, when it was like peak Cold War. We weren't born yet during peak Cold War. Yeah. When, obviously people were in Korea, Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah. You're literally a click away from dying.
Now, literally.
100%. Or even like 1970s. What happened with that one Russian? That was
I
know what you're talking about. He escaped from America to go to Russia, right? Is that what you're talking about?
I was gonna say the guy that like
what was that one?
I was gonna say the guy that like
Sean, cue that shit up, man.
The guy that didn't launch.
Yeah.
The guy that didn't launch missiles because he was getting reports like, oh, the Americans have launched missiles.
Yeah.
But then deep in this guy's heart, remember, keep in mind, this guy is deep Soviet, like loyal to Soviet Russia. Yeah. And then when he heard these reports, he was like ready to press that button to launch missiles back to retaliate.
He just had a gut feeling. It's crazy.
And his gut feeling was like, they didn't.
Yeah. And they found it was like reflections from like the sun bouncing off that atmosphere.
Right. So they were seeing shit on the radar. That's what made them think.
Been a catastrophe.
That's what made them think that America launched missiles. And then to think that like if that guy pressed that button, none of us right now would be here at all.
Or would look weird.
I had no idea that was a thing.
That's
the stuff that you just don't.
And then now I'm thinking about it now. History always repeats.
It's gonna happen for sure.
With the way things are with social media and all that, the way like, oh man, I used to be about individualism, but now it's like when you're too radical into yourself, like what's that going to happen? Like the people in service, like for example, that guy, put him in this situation now, in this era. Would he have the guts to just say like, no, I think that's a mistake? Yeah. Or would he be like, no, fuck America? You know what I mean? Like all that propaganda and all this right now that's happening, all this radicalization.
Yeah.
I just know deep down, like, even though he was USSR, Soviet, all that, different beliefs, blah, 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 he thought about the goodness of the world. You know, preserving the world.
Yeah, no, 100%.
You know what I mean? So that's the only thing keeping us all alive right now in this fucking world.
Yeah,
Is
'cause
mutual destruction.
It could've
Well,
been
that's
someone
like
else.
that's the whole thing. Like the Geneva Convention,
Right,
was
right,
like
right.
based off. It's like, even though we are going to war, there are things that we should not do.
Exactly.
And that's like a weird thing. To
But then
like,
people
you
are
know,
always like people are always tiptoeing. Now we're gonna start
pushing,
getting
pushing the
Right,
envelope
right,
as well.
right.
Did you guys see about that car bombing that just took out like the number 2 general like in Russia?
No.
Yeah, like right now that was like maybe reported like a day or two ago, but it kicked off a lot just because the whole. I don't know. Again, we're talking about politics.
No.
but-
was like
and again, we
Ukraine.
are not credited at all. So
We're just normal people
We're just
talking
normal
about this
people,
shit.
but the whole thing with Trump and what they're trying to do with Ukraine and Russia, everything was happening and everything was kind of gelling together. And then 2 days ago, they reported that a number 2 or number 1 general right next to Putin got in a car bomb, died, and Ukraine has has said that they take ownership of these attacks, but this one was not, and now it's causing major
shit.
tension. So like
Right.
that, I don't know. Yeah, that's a
Interesting. No, I did not hear about that.
yeah.
The wars like that.
Yeah,
Because when
man.
you're in war, of course, like, yeah, we did that, Like,
100,
obviously.
yeah, like
But
ISIS and shit.
But the fact that they're like, that wasn't us.
yeah, Ukraine has definitely owned up to like multiple
Yeah,
like
they-
assassins, whatever. But this one was like, nah, dude, that
You
was
could have
not
like a
me,
one
dog.
rogue person just be like, I'm off this guy, and then I
Right.
just started World War
That's
III.
that's a crazy part, bro. That's a crazy. There's so many doubles and all that.
Dominant.
His name was Snow, Agent Snow, Agent.
GT Snow.
He was a reporter or he was a journalist from the U.S. and then he was reporting on the American like politics or something military or background, and then he fucking got scared and then he went to Russia and he's there now. But his name is like Snow.
Snowden?
Snowden.
No, Snowden. Yeah, Snowden. There it is.
Edward Snowden?
Edward Snowden.
The
Yeah,
guy from NSA?
yeah, something like that, right?
RNSA?
Yeah, didn't he like?
I don't know. Like, I don't know if I haven't been following any
Yeah.
all of that, but I know he's been like on the run or whatever.
Yeah, he's been on run, so he went to Russia or some shit like that. Right?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
He's still there.
I would, man.
Yeah. Well, for our viewers, just kind of like understanding, how our relationship dynamic is. And again, we're trying to get back into it, but it's always good to kind of show context of like our
Oh, yeah,
friendship. And then I know that you always ask this question when I have like a guest on, but I would really like to know like how this relationship like really panned out and when you guys kind of like got together and shit like that. Why is this sound so sad?
I immediately thought of something.
Well, you guys are married. That's what you guys fucking said, dude. So,
Yeah.
do you guys remember when you guys first started kicking it, or?
Isn't it? I
Oh.
don't know.
When we were at Cap, you were sophomore, I think?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah.
So obviously junior. I was a junior. He didn't have a 7th period. Neither did I. And we were kicking with all the other people that didn't have 7 periods, right?
Yeah.
He would just be randomly, because you knew some people already from Parkside, right? Already.
Yeah.
So I just like saw him randomly,
Yeah.
like with us. And then I would
So
hear him.
he's cute.
Looking like, yeah, tall, dark, and handsome.
I had the spiky hair too. So.
Yeah, you're hella dark.
Yeah, I was sorry.
Like,
Oh man, how'd you get lighter? But
I don't know.
papaya. But he would always be like, "Let's go bother Austin." Randomly, just be like, "Let's
Oh,
go
he's in
bother-"
class?
He was in class with like, "Let's go bother Austin." Like, damn, this guy's mischievous.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? But the fast forward through all of that, like, oh, I remember one time I got like rough.
What?
wait.
Wait, sorry, wait. I
What do you mean rough? What do you mean
remember,
rough?
like, I remember I was like,
Sorry.
I remember I was like shaking or jumping people or whatever. Not like violent or whatever.
Like you're like a.
I'm so
I
scared
don't,
right
I don't
now.
know, but then I remember I
Give
went
me
up
like a
to.
coin.
I remember I went up to because he was like sitting on the grass.
Yeah.
The grass hill.
Grassy
whatever.
knoll.
I was?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Whatever. No, where we hung out, and then I did something or whatever, and you were just like, "Chill, man, chill." That was the first time you ever like gave me that look on his face, where
Like
you're just,
actually scared.
Yeah.
scared.
What were you
concerned.
doing to me?
I don't know.
You're rough.
I was just being
Yeah.
autistic or some shit. Like,
I know when the twins hear
Something.
this, they're gonna be barking at us too, because they've been saying rough.
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah.
That's how we met.
homeboy.
That's like
That's how we met.
During that time, it was during that time.
Oh, okay.
And then, but then you still kicked it with us after
Yeah.
I did that because I remember in my head I was thinking like, oh, he thinks I'm like weird.
So like
hella
for
weird.
me, it was like I was just going to school. I remember you went to another school, right? You went
Yeah.
to so you
Carmont,
went to
Yeah,
Carmont.
that was like
And then I
Belmont,
remember
Belmont.
we had class. You were with Isaiah, and then you went up to me and you said, hey, yo, Rommel, because from Parkside, you're like, yo, Rommel, on Wednesdays, we wear windbreaker Wednesdays.
Oh, yeah.
So we were walking, and I was like, okay,
That's so
cool.
funny to me.
Fast forward, you know, I was like dating like Bahadir and all
Yeah,
that stuff too. So we were like, whatever. And then we broke up, and then just on Facebook, I remember you guys had T-shirts and you guys were kicking it, and I remember that you said that like, oh, my cousin's gonna be here, Kevin, or whatever.
yeah.
So you were doing all this stuff. So, but I just didn't know the guys. And then I broke up with Bahadir, and it was Halloween, and then I was like, Uncle Wawa, that's cool and shit like that. And you were like, hey, yo, slide through my house for a house party. And then that's where I was like, okay. So then I walked up fucking the hill by myself from Angus Avenue. I was all by myself. And then all I see is these guys all matching in white T-shirts, fucking just hanging out in the
V-necks.
kitchen. The V-neck, the V-neck. And I was like, what? And everyone was just acting gay, and people are coming in and out of the fucking rooms. And I was like, holy shit, dude, this is crazy.
It's
You know,
a dating
like,
party.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was so funny, yeah, because
I don't know. I don't remember. Yeah.
was it your birthday or something? I don't know.
It was like the birthday.
Oh,
at your house.
probably.
It was Halloween for sure.
Yeah.
But I just remember that was the first party, and then after that, I just started kicking at the tables.
That's
it,
some
bro.
wild shit. Imagine coming to my house party and just see all this matching.
V-neck.
out of the room.
Come over.
Being gay?
Yeah, that's how it was, bro. We have a photo. I don't know if I took the photo, but there's a photo in your living room where all the white.
And we're all kind of like holding each other.
Yeah.
I remember that. That's where FWABOOM
Okay.
started.
You still have that YouTube video up, right, or whatever?
No, I
That
had
old
to. Yeah, I had to remove all. I had to
gotcha.
remove all that, but I still have the videos.
Right.
didn't
I used to
post
watch it all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, really?
Like
Yeah.
randomly.
Yeah, it's good memories, bro. But those are like the key memories I fucking remember.
It's hilarious though.
starting
Like
out.
he used to like look at me like, "Yo, chill out, bro." Like,
Yeah.
and then fast forward a little bit. Hey!
I think I told you that about Kev.
It was even funnier. It was even hella funnier.
Shout out,
'cause- Shout out Kevin.
Yeah.
With K Mag. He before he came out, he used to say, "Hey, my cousin's coming.
Yeah.
Be cool around him.
Yeah.
Don't act gay.
Yeah, dude.
Don't like he reiterated like
Yeah.
don't act gay around him."
Yeah.
First thing I did was act hella gay.
But you're also hella gay with them too, dude. Like,
Well, I was gay with him, but it was cool.
right. Because you guys weren't really family, but like what, like
Yeah.
it's like friend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, really close. Yeah.
Like grew up.
Yeah,
together,
pretty
right?
much.
that's good.
He just came from like what, Seattle, and I was like, John, like be chill, right? Don't be too gay, right?
I hella
And
thought-
I was like, relax, bro. And I come back, I think after like whatever period, and both of you guys are just like being hella gay at the
well,
lunch
this is
table.
before me because when I met Kevin was hella gay when I met him.
John took them out.
He would come up to me. He was like, bro, feel my nuts. Because he would touch his legs were hella soft.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yo, touch my nuts. I was like, okay, dude. But he was hella gay, man.
Oh my god.
He's slick gay.
Very slick.
Yeah.
Remember,
I like Kevin's laugh, dude. You go.
you did the lip sync.
He does the lip thing. It makes me
Oh,
laugh,
my
dude. I love that guy, man. I love that shit, bro.
I like because with me, he always like randomly just hits me.
Oh my god.
Like we're laughing.
Domestic
all-
violence.
Hey, shout out Vegeta vein, bro. You ever see his vein? You ever notice that vein?
Which vein?
Which one? I see a lot
The
of
one,
things on that
the
guy,
one on
man.
his head. Which head? But no, he has like that fucking like. He just has to like let gravity do its work. And it's like,
You guys had a period of time where you guys were hanging out like a lot.
A
I think
lot,
you used
a
to go
lot,
to
a lot.
Jeff to pick him up.
yeah, I don't know why. Because
Yeah.
I didn't go to school. I dropped out of high school because I was like, fuck this shit, man.
Yeah.
And then just hung out with him because then he got off at one time, or he got off at whatever time, or sometimes he would ditch, and we just fucking hang out.
You know, we didn't really appreciate all the time that we had, bro. Because we like all the free time that we had. I mean,
Right.
God damn, man. We saw each other every day.
He randomly came with me to LA for a family trip because he slept over one day. It was like a random Friday. He slept over, and then that's
On the
it.
same
Or-
bed?
I won't disclose that.
Did you flip at least? Or were you guys like next to each other?
I think we put a pillow. I think.
That wasn't a pillow.
There's no
Shut up. That's not the point. The point was he came with us to LA.
Yeah.
Just randomly, just cuz, and then
Yeah.
That's good, dude.
You know?
Yeah, that's good, man. That's
I miss those times. Those were
right.
fun.
Just innocent time.
TK Noodle, Red Bull.
Red Bull, TK Noodle. I'll always remember it as TK Noodle though.
yeah, me too,
Yeah.
bro. It's really
Just sitting at a fucking like table with everybody. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
those tables are like rows or some shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we were just like
so.
stacked them.
I would hate eating there, and then the twins get their food first. Shout out to twins, but they just finished that
Did
shit.
they not wait?
Inhaled.
No, like we ate at
never-
the same time, but they just eat so quick.
Bro, I always think about Aaron with his quickly drinks.
What?
He always gets an Oreo slushy and he inhales it, bro. Like it's gone. It's gone before we get our
Oh,
shit.
dude, all those times that quickly when we play Pasoy Dust or fucking. Oh my god.
I
need
was
to-
just
so
there.
many
I got kind of sad. I thought about the penny when I was there.
Did you go check?
No, I didn't. I was scared.
Don't be scared. I haven't been in a while, but
Like, hey.
they don't care. It's not. That's not their property.
I was scared. I don't know. I didn't want to touch it. I was like, fuck it.
Well, the last time I checked, it was like 8 years ago. It was still there.
Yeah.
Talk about the pennies on the.
Yeah. Well, don't tell them where it is. Yeah.
Yeah. We won't say. I'll take a picture of it one day if I.
That's our time
Oh,
capsule.
well, we know what it is. Like
Yeah,
you guys
yeah,
know
yeah.
what it is, right?
I think so. Well, so for those that or just to catch you guys up, the penny man in high school or after
And
high
yeah,
school,
all things. Which was a fucking
That's
That's
penny.
all we had. Yeah.
that's all we had coming
Yeah.
up, bro.
Yeah.
But we used to kick it outside of a Quickly's, and then outside of Quickly's was a light post. For whatever fucking reason, we noticed at the light post we could like
Lift it.
lift it up.
Yeah.
Like we're so macolette, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are, dude. I can't believe people tolerated us. back
Right.
then, bro.
And then like after how many like years of kicking it there, one day we were just like, we're gonna put this shit here. I don't know who put it, if it was me or anyone else.
Yeah.
But we're gonna put this shit here as a reminder or whatever.
That penny, bro.
I don't think there was no speech or anything. It was like, let's just see how long it stays here.
Yeah.
Yeah, fast forward
really how it
12, 20 years later.
Yeah.
bro.
That was our
No.
time capsule.
We should like make a fucking
Maybe the time capsule is a thought of the penny.
Ah.
Ooh, dude. Deep. That was pretty deep, dude.
but then the time capsule disintegrates when you have Alzheimer's.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
Holy shit, dude.
There was a time capsule like one of the twins' nightstand.
Wait, what?
What was it, dude?
It was a piece of paper. No one remember that one?
No.
The things that we were supposed to do? Yeah.
What? No.
Me and Sean were talking about that the other
I
day.
have it on my phone. Like it's literally like the first picture on my.
Yeah, me and
my
Sean were
phone.
talking about that the other day.
That-
We were
that
like
was-
watching grass grow and like
Watching paint.
drawing.
You
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, we have a
The real ones know what's on there.
yeah. Unfortunately,
I'm not real because I forgot.
We'll remind
Oh
you,
my,
bro.
yeah. Well, I'll
I
text it
hope.
to you.
I hope.
I'll send you the picture right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, airdrop it, bro. I have a question for you guys. I've never been in this space, and I choose not to. I want to hear a paraphrase from you guys.
I thought you said prayer. You want to hear a prayer? got
Yeah, I
you.
want to hear a prayer as well.
RIP.
But I
Hope.
never. You guys were always into the crypto mining kind of like scene.
Kind of.
Yeah. Well, you told us that you were mining while we were
Yeah.
playing game. What is it? I just don't understand. If you can just kind of break it down.
I mean,
bar
well,
style,
when
like
you
what-
I don't know what it
when you're doing no,
I'm just doing it.
he was doing it back then just because it was like when it was an option to kind of like
code-ish term,
yeah
right?
it was like codish stuff, but like trying to get like money on the side, like why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like worthwhile because then you end up using more electricity than it's worth. You know,
Yeah.
that's why you hear about like mining farms. I don't know if you ever heard about
Yeah,
it.
like big server. kind of thing.
Right,
But
right,
like,
warehouses.
I never understood the whole crypto thing. Like, it's what
we
are
don't
we mining?
we don't
like,
we
I
don't
get
understand it that much either.
I lost enough money to people like, I don't understand it.
Right.
Oh fuck, man! All right, well, because I'm on Reddit and just a lot of
And al-
words. And, like, I
And
don't
also
know how the fuck
like as the time has gone from when crypto was first introduced, I feel like the original purpose of it has been convoluted through the government and everything. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
because everyone's trying to implement it, everyone's trying to make money off of it, including the governments. That's why you always hear about the rug pulls from like was it Venezuela or some
Yeah,
shit? Like,
yeah. That's happened to me actually.
Trump too.
sucks.
Like,
what's a rug pull?
rug pull is
Yeah.
when something either a stock or a crypto is pumped up to a very high value.
Oh, like the Hawk Tuah girl. That
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh right, okay, yeah,
exactly.
yeah, okay, I heard that. Okay.
And then all of a sudden, within a matter of a few hours or even minutes, the value drops because the people that were holding the most coins or whatever decided to sell everything. Because all the people that were investing into this with high hopes of like, oh, this could be something or
Yeah.
I can make money out of it,
Yeah.
they get left holding the bag.
Damn, that's fucked up, bro.
Yeah. I've got caught holding the bag so many times.
Oh, me too.
right?
Me too.
Really?
And I get caught like selling early.
Exactly.
Crypto-
oh,
oh,
my god. Shit coins are just like the
shit
worst.
Coins. Bitcoin at like 60 and went to 100 the next day. I'm like, all right.
I mean, Bitcoin is not a shit coin though.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
it's
talking
not
about the
a
meme
shit-
coins.
Yeah,
you know,
oh, yeah.
Hawk Tuah is a shit
Yeah.
coin.
Or NFTs.
NFTs was like that. What a time to be alive during that.
That still has no value, or is it like a more priceless kind of item? No, I have no idea because
I guess not really.
I do like the idea of blockchains. You know what I mean? In, like unique items. There was a game called Off the Grid. It was a battle royale game, and then they were trying to implement blockchain items, like, and it made sense. And I think people could make money off it. I'm not too sure, but I just know that like the idea of it was like everything was randomized, and you could get like something unique yourself within that game. It makes sense in the game. You know what I mean? So yeah, but like trying to implement that in real life, like here's this JPG. I mean NFT.
Yeah.
You know, like
It's like I own this. Like I could just save the photo.
but then people would say like, oh, this NFT. But then people would say like the NFT has a property, like some properties to it. Or, like,
Yeah. I had some ape thing. I don't know. I was like smoking a cigarette.
oh, yeah, you got one of the apes.
Yeah, I bought one of them. I'm like, all right, cool. And then like immediately got the rug pulled. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
It's like 8 pixel, right? Sometimes it's like 8 pixels. It's just like,
Exactly. It's literally money laundering at the end of the day.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Becomes priceless, man. Hey, man, I've always wanted to ask you this question because I know that.
Are you dapping me up? No. I got scared. I was like, oh shit.
No, man, I've always wanted to ask you this question. I think it's really important to kind of like, again, give context to our friendship. I remember when we were growing up, man, there was a pinnacle part when we got out of high school. And I'm not putting you on the spot or anything like that, but I do remember that, bro, you're fucking really smart. Like you're really smart. No, you're smart, bro. Stop. Yeah, you're smart. And I remember that you had a fork in the road, and I remember that you were supposed to go to a college and or another college. And I remember that not destroyed you, but I remember that it really took a toll on you.
Yeah.
Not to make it serious or anything like that, but I remember you were supposed to go. You were supposed to leave, and I remember that was a thing. But you had a conversation with your parents and stuff like that. But how did that? How do you feel about that part? Like, do you think things would have changed? Do you feel like
like if I made different choices from there, or
to
that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Was it like different specialties or whatever?
Kind of. It was basically just different concentration. It was either Berkeley. I'm not sorry, Berkeley. I'm not that smart.
No. I don't want to say
It was I think UC Santa Cruz or something else. But then I was studying economics. And I was like, okay, maybe we do one of these.
You would have been a finance, bro.
Yeah.
All I know is that you were supposed to leave, and that's when you were like out of everybody, right? Because this is before I left for the army. So like all of us were so tight knit, and then I remember you were like, "Fucking Warren has an opportunity to get out of here," kind of, like that kind of mentality. So I was like, and then
that's what it's like when you're young.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted for you. But I always wanted to ask you like how you felt. Like, did you like take another course? Did you want to get out of here? Have you ever wanted to? I know family's a big part of it, but I mean, I just wanted to.
I think like I had that summer break to like think it over, and I think I was supposed to like move out to one of the dorms within like about a couple months, and then I just had this gut feeling ever since like I got in that I'm like, I don't think this is right for me. Like I don't really want to do this. So I was like just thinking back to like the classes that I took that was like in relationship to it, and I'm like, okay, cool, I got good grades on it, but like, do I really want to do this? Like, do I want to do this for a career? So that like summer break, I was just just stressed out about like, hey, how do I tell my parents that I don't want to go to this good school and do something else? Good, I guess like on their side, they're like, okay, I transitioned to be an engineer and went to school for that, so they're just like, oh, cool, he's at least going back to school. Yeah. But like in my mind, I'm like, oh, man, like you're in a constant. Yeah. It was pretty bad for like 2 months. And I just didn't know what to do. I was just talking to as much people as I could, like my cousins who was a mechanical engineer, which I ended up graduating in. And then I was talking to like finance stuff and finance people, and I was like, should I just do that or whatever? So like I could have technically like graduated years earlier if I didn't go to mechanical engineering. But then I enjoy engineering more than finance.
You enjoyed the like learning.
Yeah.
Do you believe that the idea or the action of kind of going to college, exploring yourself, and just getting out of here is important for someone to find what they want to do? Or I was in the army. I saw the world. Like the world, it's interesting, but I got out of my system. I came right back. I
like these perspectives. Yeah. The college graduate, the army boy. Yeah. The dropout.
No, I don't say that.
No. I say that really like perspectives. Because like you were saying, like you saw the world through that. And then like me, thankfully, like with my family, like I was able to travel, see Philippines for what it really is. So
No, it's perspective. No, you're absolutely right. But no, I just
But no
want
downplay. Like,
No,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, don't downplay it.
absolutely.
Yeah,
No, I only said that because like, who knows out there, people listening, like they might be in a similar
Same
position.
way.
Like
Yeah.
they might be in your position, they might be in your position, or they might be
Yeah.
in my position. So it's good that they know that we can all still fucking hang out,
Yeah, for
get
sure.
along, you know.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's not like, oh, he didn't graduate. I'm not.
No,
gonna
no,
hang
no,
out with
absolutely
him.
not,
No, it's like that's
absolutely
my boy. It's like
Absolutely.
I got to get my shit done.
I'm so proud
What
of
I
you.
want to do, so I'm
proud
gonna
of
get
you
it
guys.
done. And then
we've gone through a lot of stuff that will test the time because definitely we've made a lot of wrong things, and
Yeah.
we've still stuck as around as brothers. So I
Yeah.
do appreciate our friendship. But again, I do want to ask you, like, do you believe that it is an important part to branch out and kind of like understand yourself?
I think so. I think as long as you try different things, and I like to have that mentality of like, okay, just try it once, even if it's something as simple as like food. Right?
Yeah,
Like it doesn't look good. Let me just try it for the one time.
Yeah.
But then you can bring that to everything else in life. It's like, oh, you don't want to do this, try something else.
Yeah.
And I guess like the essence of trying is like being confident in itself.
Yeah.
And then like you just have the confidence to actually do something.
Yeah.
In your life, and as long as you do that, you just keep progressing for the next step forward.
Confidence, baby.
Just
Yeah,
confidence.
we always say like the trying. Like I don't know when trying stopped being cool.
Yeah,
Like, we just
You're during Chloe's birthday. I was outside in the parking lot with your brother,
Yeah.
Mikey and Kevin, right?
Yeah.
What were you doing in the parking lot?
Don't worry about it. Yeah, no, we're just drinking and shit. But you're like me and your brother had like a good talk. We were talking about stuff.
My eldest.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, of course,
Okay.
of course. Yeah, Kuya
Shout
Ryan.
out, Kuya.
Shout out. Shout
I say like,
I don't know, man. Leave me alone. Shout out. But he mentioned something to me that like stuck with me, and I was just like, he told me that everyone has their own card set.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing. There's no right playbook.
there is.
Like.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he also said that like it makes me. This is me quoting him. It makes me happy just to see my boys like doing something, trying something, anything. Like, so when he was talking about our podcast, he was like, dude, I'm proud of you guys for even doing it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
to
yeah.
see them doing something, I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, cool. Yeah.
No, and
Suck a
honestly, bro,
dick.
when we were
Sorry.
I know. When we were at your daughter's birthday party, and we were on the balcony, and you shared that with Aaron, and you shared that with me. That really stuck, bro. Because I mean, like the cards you're dealt, right? It's I mean, you got to navigate through that. I mean, it's the cards you're dealt. I mean, I don't know how to really put that in place, but a lot of the times we I don't want to say the victim. I played the victim card a lot when I was younger, dude. So I felt like I've told that to the twins. I was like, I felt like I was entitled to something because the world was so shitty. So I'm like, I need something back. Like I felt something like that, but I'm still trying to work that out with myself. But
I felt the same. Yeah, I felt the same way. And then little did I know was like, you owe it to yourself to figure it out. Right.
Yeah,
like it's no one's gonna give it to you like that. Like,
me and my buddy who's in the military, we always talk about like therapy and all stuff. We actually have a group chat, and we've done this recently. This is at Easter, we started talking about it. So we were a week straight of every night. We always talk about like 3 things that we're grateful for. And we'll talk about it, and we kind of like express ourselves, and we try to articulate our thoughts, and just kind of like there's no responding, just put it out there,
Right.
Read it,
Digest
understand,
it.
digest it, move on. But one of the things that I realized is that therapy has become like a double-edged sword.
It can be.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
like as much as I progress and heal and all that stuff, I've lost my edge. I've lost my drive because I'm so forgiving in my life. So like it's like I shouldn't be mean to myself. I'm forgiving. I should be healing.
Yeah.
But also it's like then I'm not
Where's that
striving to
fire
do.
under your ass?
Yeah, I'm not
Like-
striving to do anything. So it's like therapy is a double-edged sword. So now like without that group chat, without my buddies doing therapy themselves, and shout out to McBride and Stanfield, but like.
Shout out.
Yeah, it's stuff like that. It's just like therapy has kind of it's clashing with each other.
Right.
It's
No,
clashing
like,
right now.
with all the information, I don't go to therapy, but like I try to therapize myself. Through, like self-help, etc. Like I'm not gonna like sit there victim mentality too much. I'm trying to find. From what I've understand and realized, like you just gotta. I lost my train of thought. Fuck.
No.
Holy
dude.
shit.
No, it's important, bro. You gotta find it, bro. Yeah. It's important, dude. Okay. Well,
Damn it. This happens. Oh my god, this happens so much. Where like I'm in the middle of it, like I know what I want to say.
Yeah.
And then
Is
it just like
is it
exhausts.
brain fog?
No worries.
Yeah. I don't know. Fuck. I really had something cooking too.
No
Yeah,
worries.
I felt it.
so
I
mad.
felt it.
Yeah,
I'm
we were
so
locked
mad.
in.
I was like,
hey, what's going on?
it's
Yeah.
loading.
I am so mad.
No,
Yeah.
do you guys believe? We've talked about this with Justin, but yeah. Do you guys believe in like the, those neuro gums or any agent to like really get you focused on your
Like
daily-
Adderall?
like Alpha Brain,
I, be-
or like that?
I believe in supplements, vitamins.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
magnesium, thionine, all that.
Yeah.
Ashwagandha. But because that's what Alpha Brain and all of them is. They're like stacks of multiple.
It's just like a
different-
pill.
yeah.
You pop it.
Yeah.
Take it. And
I've had bad reactions. I've said this before. I've had bad reactions to Alpha Brain. Maybe because I didn't take it enough. But then I remember I started yakking. I was like, I
Oh, shit.
shouldn't.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
oh shit.
Shit.
Does it help when it was working?
Yeah, I get. Yeah,
I mean, no,
does it
because
fly? Yeah, that's great.
Because like when you take stuff like people probably like think like, oh, when you take something, it's gonna happen like instantly, like drugs, right?
Yeah.
Molly, like
Yeah.
no, like vitamins you're supposed to take it like over time, and then eventually you see the results pop up.
Did you take it long enough to like feel that?
I thought I did, but then within a week, because then I take
Is it like a 30-day stack or like,
they're just one pill, right?
Yeah.
So like I wasn't taking like more,
Like
It was just
Flintstone
one.
pills.
Yeah. And I was just, and then by the third day I was like yakking, and I was like,
Oh, shit.
maybe I should
is it
stop.
milligrams? Like, is there?
It was the Alpha Brain, bro.
Oh yeah, we'll do our own
It was-
research. Yeah,
It was literally just the fucking one pill that they tell you to take.
Yeah,
And,
bro. Yeah, I've always wondered like if that would help my creativity or just kind of lock in. But
absolutely. Absolutely.
We've talked about this on the other podcast. Like I use ChatGPT. I pay for the subscription.
same.
This is but it's also like it kind of navigates through like podcasting and productivity as well. I never wanted to dive into Notion or anything like that.
Yeah,
but, it definitely has helped, man. It definitely has helped, and I do see a lot of stuff on Reddit about like, just talking to ChatGPT and how that has become a social thing now.
Oh, what?
Yeah, just how you're having a relationship or like the things that you
It's
feed
more welcoming.
Yeah,
Like as a person?
yeah.
For lack of a better
shit,
term,
yeah,
yeah.
man.
Kind
It's
of
like
outlet.
it's like a
outlet.
therapy in a way.
For
Yeah.
lack of a better term, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it provides resources, cited, notation.
You remember the movie Her?
Yeah, we brought this up before. Yeah.
This movie came out in 2013.
I seen that one. Yeah.
People made fun of it, or like, no, the whole premise like this guy fell in love with AI. Fast forward 12 years. Who would the fuck would have thought back then that we would be here now, like therapizing ourselves with ChatGPT, trying to make money with ChatGPT, all of the above, DeepSeek and all them. But like that was the premise back then of like Her. He fell in love with an OS. You know what I mean?
Was it in 2025? Wasn't it the year of 2025?
There was.
Oh shit.
That's why I always think about it.
In the movie, it was 2025.
It was 2025 in the movie.
That's actually kind of.
That's why I always
scary,
think about
dude.
it. Yeah,
Wasn't
yeah.
like a Megan movie? Megan Fox was like in that. She was like,
No,
AI.
you're talking
Who's
about
the girl? There was a weird.
There is a girl, but Scarlett Johansson for that one.
That's the voice.
Yeah.
The voice. But
Yeah.
there's like a date.
Yeah, I don't remember the name.
weird girl?
Yeah, but Scarlett Johansson was the AI model. You're talking about Megan Fox, where she's AI, but then she
Oh,
tries to
the
replace
robot.
that
Yeah.
robot, where she tries to replace the wife as like household
Right.
duties.
That's
but
more
then
like
she's-
a horror movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then
There
she
was
starts
another
getting-
one, right?
What's up?
There was another one like on Netflix.
We're talking about. Oh yeah, there is another one. I forgot the name of that one too. But it is. It's just where we're headed at. I try to understand like, you ever watch Alexander Wang? You ever see his like segments or interviews? But
No.
I talk about him because I do like the way he like articulates the way AI should be modeled, and he says that in a perfect world, I've said this before. In a perfect world, you should be getting all the top heads in a room together and be like, yo, we need to create the rules and the outlines
Absolutely.
moving forward because no one else is doing it. Not the government, not federal. We need to like hands down put it down. So Alexander Wang is in that forefront, and I really believe in him.
I mean, what would they do? Just like
Well, I mean, just like who, like the rules of society. Like,
I mean,
no one's
right.
Yeah.
So I've been watching recently, like the past week, I've been watching a lot of RoboCop, the first 3 movies. Oh my god, how relevant those fucking 3 movies are to this day and age right now.
like the 80s.
80s.
Yeah.
But like it's satire. But like probably back then they were watching like, oh yeah, it's like that. But if you were to watch them right now, you'd be like, holy fuck, we're living through it. Like literally.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wonder what's gonna be in like 50 years from now if they make a movie now.
And then and with RoboCop, the way that they put the rules on him, they gave him prime directives. The 3, like protect the innocent, uphold the law.
Yeah.
I forgot what the third one really was, but just like do what's right. You know what I mean? But then in RoboCop 2 or 1, whatever, there was the private privatized corporations added a shitload of like directives to that list, like don't shoot corporate officers. You know what I mean? Like some bullshit. So it made him basically defunct.
Like a black and white.
Yeah, like what's the fucking point of having this guy if he's not gonna uphold the law?
Yeah.
And I think right now we're in that era right now where people need to.
Well, the lines need to be drawn, right?
Right.
There's the gray area needs to be identified, and people need to be aware of that. But right now, we do have a black and white society, because even with the place that I work at right now, it's just like I don't trust it. But then they're not even open to even understanding what AI can be or how it is being used. Because I was the same way. I mean, I don't know if you guys had this, but like even your like your parents or the older generation, they're just like, I don't even want to understand it. Right. That's unfair. So for me as a father, and I say this all the time when I'm at work, when a parent is buying an iPad for their child, I teach the parent, and the parent always says, don't teach me, teach my child. I said, no, but you're responsible for this iPad. You are in the control. You need to understand the ins and outs, for then you can also regulate what they are doing on the iPad. That is my responsibility. I don't make commission, bro. It's my responsibility to make sure all parties are on the same page, because unfortunately the things that I do, they're detrimental to our society, bro. Like,
absolutely.
It is. So,
absolutely.
And I do take pride in that. But yeah, it's like, I want but you need to understand.
The more people,
like, you have so much power on your right now.
Yeah. The more people don't care,
yeah,
and keep pushing things to the side, the more it's detrimental to society.
Yeah, and parents get so mad. I'm just like, no, but you need to take responsibility. You need to own this. Yeah.
I mean, like, what's the fear? Like, that they're just gonna be like, hey, kid, download it, whatever you want.
Well, it's not even that. It's just like there's so much disconnect, right? Like, so if you want to just go and a kid will get an iPad and they will get into social media. They know how to bypass that. But a lot of the good parents, they'll be like, okay, right when we open up this iPad, I'm putting parental guidance. So whenever they get on the iPad, I am seeing everything, literally what they're doing. And
I've had unguidance,
access
to the internet, and look what that did to us. You know what I mean? Like,
unfortunately too. But and again, it's a fortunate thing and unfortunate, because it did give us some layers to ourselves.
Like Pandora's box.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
yeah, go for it. Yeah, go.
You talk about that, and I'm just like, I'm kind of on the opposite side, where I'm like, there's no filter. Like, if the kid wants to do this and this and this, then if I raise my kid enough and well enough to be this, then I shouldn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm trying, like, that perspective is kind of interesting, because like obviously there is stuff like I don't want her to see.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And is that just me limiting her iPad use or limiting websites and all that?
Yeah.
So.
Maybe father to father, I think it's really interesting too, because I get nervous. Well, for me, I get nervous because the world that I grew up in, I just want to shield that from my daughter. And, sometimes I see the negative outputs of that, because like right now, my daughter, we live in this bubble, and it's maybe a good thing and a bad thing, because I can teach her all the good things, but when we're in social settings, like, she's not okay with other kids, other people. And it does make me scared, because I just want to preserve that innocence as much as I can, but also I'm just so scared, because the world is it's a shitty place, right? Yeah. It's a shitty place, and people have different, wrong intentions. And for me, I think that because I grew up the way I grew up, and I just kind of, I don't want to, I know people, and I just know people and how they can be. And maybe that I'm talking, from my own book, but I could see the negative part of it. But you're absolutely right. Like, exposure, awareness, and communication does play a huge part in the growth of it too. So.
I mean, I'm just like bringing up a kid. It's like, to talk to Maria and just like, how do we do this? Yeah. And then it's obviously like a constant evolution. It's like, we maybe like praised her this way, or we disciplined her this way, and maybe we shouldn't do it this way because we can see the outcome. And I think we saw this, like, even as simple as like bringing up a dog. It's like, if you give this reinforcement, in the end, this might lead to this. So the same thing for the kid and all that, but obviously a kid's like much more complex and all that. Yeah. But like, I'm trying to understand what you're talking about when it comes to your kid, like on the outside environments, like.
Oh, just outside. Like, we go outside, but just for example, like, I've never said this on the podcast, but like, my family, they have a lot of mental health issues. They are not aware. They choose not to, be accountable for their actions.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, because I grew up in that kind of situation or that environment,
Yeah.
I am the way I am.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I'm doing a lot of repairing.
Yeah.
So that is one thing that Van has said, like, hey, your cousins want to see your baby, your uncles want to see your MJ, and it's like, I'm scared that influence or that negative
Will
or
rub off.
will rub off, and I get so nervous. Yeah, and I get nervous because it's like, we always talk about breaking the chains, but also like there's got to be some good, or breaking the cycle, but there's got to be some good.
I think even just like the fact of not like being present, you can also just when they're older, like, hey, we're doing it this way, just for them to like understand that that side of the family is kind of like this, and we got to kind of step on eggshells with that one.
Yeah, 100%, man. I think that the topic is just kind of revolving around my head. Like, I myself am going through a journey of being afraid and being, and also like, I get nervous that MJ is going to see a part of me that I've tried to maybe hide or walk away from. I don't know if that is a thing that you kind of like feel too as well, but I know it's probably a crazy topic to talk about, but I get nervous that one day there's gonna be some things that I have to like have to answer for. Does that make sense?
I mean, like, there's stuff that where I'm like, I'm on my phone with her and I don't want her to be like addicted to that, right?
But I'm also we're on our phone.
But I'm on my phones like a lot of the time. But like, I think we, as in Maria and I, have such a level head. We have such a good chemistry that we could tell her this happens like this and go from there. But obviously, like, no one's perfect, and I might say, I don't want you doing this because I want you to stay away from that. Like, I think when Chloe's a little older, like, I'm gonna be like, hey, I love video games back then, but I want you to stay off of it.
Right.
Like, I don't want
find
you to
a balance.
find a balance to it. Like, I didn't have that balance.
Right.
So like,
but what if she's like a really good streamer?
Oh yeah,
right.
Like,
top 50. Rainbow Six.
That's tough. Then I might be like, okay, do what you love and all that, but
Exactly.
within moderation. Everything has a balance and all that.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Oh yeah, for sure. But that's tough.
No, and I only bring up the mental health part with my family because I feel like I just don't want it to rub off, and we get so caught up in like, oh man, like, it's such a good moment because I'm around family, and the things that they're saying, they don't know the impact that they have on this child or the impact, because a lot of stuff is passed. I mean, we're all Filipino, like family say things, and I'm hoping that there is some thought behind it, but also like it kind of travels, right? So it's my job as a father to break that cycle, and sometimes I get afraid that I'm removing that core part of being around family.
I think the fact that you're self-aware will impose it on her.
Yeah.
Right. So like, you know that like, okay, this is what can happen, and she knows that like, okay, my dad's doing it this way, and we can still hang out, but like, it doesn't mean that like I'm gonna take what my family members, my cousins, my uncle, whatever, whatever his opinion, to the truth and all that.
Yeah. This is very this is a autistic outlook on that. I feel like families, it's like OSs. Every family dynamic is a different OS. So like, whatever you tell your daughter, like, for example, say your Windows, and your daughter, you got to tell her like, this is how we are, blah blah. Yeah. We do the same things as other families, but we do it a little bit differently. Or look at things differently. Yeah. So
that's a good.
That's a good analogy, bro. Yeah. Do you guys have do you guys feel? I mean, I know that we're in our 30s and all that stuff, but
we're old now.
Yeah. Do you feel like you still have some stuff that you're like afraid of, or do you feel like you navigate?
Always. You worked at a nursing home. All of us worked at a nursing home together, right? Yeah. During my time there, it just made me realize that like nothing you do matters.
Really,
no. Yeah. And this is where perspective plays a big part. Because the duality of man, it's like, damn, nothing matters. Or, damn, nothing matters.
Ah.
You know what I'm saying?
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's really on you. Like, how you want to make this life.
I mean, where did that come from? Because, like, I'm naturally, like, unempathetic. I'm
right. And that's fair. That's fair.
So, like, I wondered that. I was like, this is just...
I'm the opposite. I'm naturally empathetic.
Yeah. Right. So, like, where did that, like, come from?
What did I say? No.
Like, you could either just do nothing because nothing matters.
Right. No, it's from my times, like being young.
Upbringing?
yeah, personal upbringing, just like, you know, being around loved ones that have died.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And they're no longer there.
Yeah.
So growing up, you spend a lot of time thinking like, damn, nothing fucking matters.
Yeah, yeah.
And then as time goes by, you try to bring purpose and meaning to it all or whatever. And then you kind of realize nothing matters, and you got to like spin the block again. And
Yeah, no, that's real.
switch your perspective on everything.
No, because you brought
You
this
know?
up in another episode where, like, I think you were talking about nursing home, and this was relatively close to when your sister passed,
Yeah,
RIP.
yeah.
And then I remember maybe that was the episode of you, JR, and Brian, but then I think what happened there was like it brought attention to different perspectives in life. So like you treated that job and it had a fact in your life where you could see the outlook in how it goes, and being in that situation that you just had, you could kind of like I guess connect to it more, right?
Exactly.
But then like me outside in, and I'm like, you know, I'm driving home from work,
Right.
and I'm like, that was just a job to me to get to where
Right,
I
no,
was. So like I was always kind of like understanding like, oh, okay, I naturally want to be more empathetic.
Yeah.
So like taking what John has said, it's like, how do I kind of take that and put it into my life and all that? So I always kind of like wondered like, where did that come from?
One quote that I always said to myself way back then,
Yeah.
I don't know where it came from. It just like, I randomly made up this fucking thought like in my head. And then it goes like, and remember this, I'm not a heavy Catholic, Christian, whatever. I'm not Orthodox or anything like that. But I thought, if I don't see God in all, then I don't see God at all. And then with that being said, I started treating everyone with respect, try to hear everyone out more, and just understand. Because, like, you know, there's things in the Bible, blah, blah, where Jesus spoke to someone, and it's like, when that person was, like, crying to them, asking, like, why won't you heal me, blah, 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 show your face, blah, blah, like, I did.
Yeah.
I did show my face.
You just didn't.
You just
didn't
didn't
look hard enough.
Exactly.
I see. Yeah.
Exactly. And yeah, that's where it is.
I see.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Did you get to answer the afraid question?
Which one?
What was the question again about being
Oh, just
afraid in
be,
life?
I mean, yeah, we're in the 30s. I mean, is there just kind of being vulnerable, just kind of putting it out there.
Oh.
But I mean, it's definitely amazing when, you know, for us to be in a setting and, you know, someone comes up to us and like, yo, the podcast, like, I really resonated with that, and I understood that. So a lot of times we say this is a comedy podcast because you kind of want to branch out there.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, but it's true. Like when people like take us aside and really talk to us, it's an amazing feeling. So
Yeah.
we do like to make sure that, you know, our viewers, there's definitely, you know,
Open up and connect to it.
yeah, open and connect.
Yeah, no, I feel it. Ugh.
I'm very satirical, you know. I'm very sarcastic, but at the end of the day, I'm very understanding. I'm very empathetic, like
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's right. No, I never realized. But then now that I look back, I'm like, oh yeah, you are.
Unempathetic.
Yeah, for like unempathetic. Yeah.
Yeah.
You look at things
Yeah.
for what it is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that, you know.
I always hated it.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like it keeps your focus.
Well,
It keeps your focus like straight. You know
well,
what I mean?
I'm empathetic when it comes to situations that like I'm currently in.
Right. I mean,
Right.
you've always been empathetic to us. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. Well, I mean, you're
To
my
your
boys
loved
and all
ones.
that. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
if I hear something like there's a bombing in the Middle East, I'm
Right,
like,
right,
all right, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But then or I guess back then when we used to see like, oh, there's a school shooting and a whole bunch of like kids died, right? And I'm like, okay, there's just another fucking day, right?
Right.
But then now that I have a kid, I'm like, oh, I'm empathetic.
It's
like,
our upbringing.
if it was my kid, I'll be fucking like dying right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, I think in how I was raised, it's like until I'm in that moment, because I'm so unempathetic that I'm like, I'm not gonna have any kind of like connection to it.
That's kind of going back to what I say when there's some things around the world that are happening. I don't give a fuck until it's at my front door.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, I hope that's kind of
Yeah.
the same.
But do I feel bad? Hell yeah.
Yeah, but I
yeah.
just like don't care enough
Yeah.
until it's.
And I would say like don't feel bad about not changing that mindset or anything like that, because like you know like the way you guys bring it up, like damn, like that's how you guys thought about it all. And then in my head, well, this is like because with no parental guidance or anything like that, I was always in a constant state of like paranoia. You know what I'm saying? Paranoia of society, this world, friends, relationships.
Yeah. Yeah.
And with that being said, like I was always on guard. But
Yeah. Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like you gotta.
No,
you can never.
sharp, dude.
You know, you can never be.
Yeah.
You can never be.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was good.
You gotta be ready for anything.
No, I felt that.
I'm scared now.
But-
I'm scared now. Shit.
You still didn't answer the question, man. Yeah.
What am I afraid of, or like?
Yeah, just things that you were like, we're in our 30s, and I think that a lot of the times that we kind of create this kind of routine, or is there anything that you're afraid of that might derail you, or if you could just put it out in the world, be like, yo, I hope, or I wish, or I get triggered when.
I think I'm only like afraid of like when I'm on my deathbed and I'm like, okay, I didn't do that. I didn't get to do this, or I should have did this enough.
That's like the number one.
That's my number one. Because like every day, like I think you guys saw, it's like if I'm not doing something, then it pisses me the fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
That's
like,
that's literally
right. Like I need to. I mean, I miss those days where it was like high school summer where I'm just like doing nothing and just playing games all day, right? Yeah. But like at the end of the day of those days, I felt like a piece of shit, so I had to do something. So I carry that over, I guess. That kind of like built how my current life is. It's like, hey, I got to kick ass at work. I got to kick ass to make sure my body's like fine, because I'm trying to live as long as possible for the baby, and also like for my own relationships, right? And that's difficult too, because that's like, oh, my own family, right? But then like it also goes to us. It's like, hey, I gotta see one of the boys. I haven't talked to them in a while, or like even my own parents, or like closer to little seniors and all that. I'm like, hey, I gotta like give you a little bit more grace. You know what I'm talking about? So like,
that's good, dude.
So that's where I see that every night, and I try to reflect on that. So by the time I'm like, I don't know, 80, 90, 100, and I'm like about to pass, I'm like, okay, I could safely say like I did as much as I could.
Oh, I love that, bro. I love that. No, you said something really powerful. I think that I've talked about this about mental health. It's just, it sounds like we have multiple battles in our head.
Yeah. That's my battle right there.
Yeah, we need help, man. It's super crazy because there's not enough time. There's just not enough time. Not enough time. But we were actually having this conversation on Discord the other day. I was kind of reflecting back, and I look at the message, and it was about me moving to New York, and it's like I feel like I got robbed of that opportunity to go to New York. And you said some stuff in X, Y, and Z, but does that mean that I don't
the
know.
door closed? No.
Yeah,
No,
that's what I'm saying. That's why.
You good thing you brought it up, because that's what I wanted to say too. I didn't want it to make it end like you settled for this.
Oh no,
no. Like, but what I wanted to also add to that was like, you can still do it. But you just have to find that balance.
Yeah, it's for sure.
Because obviously family is important. You know what I mean? So now our choices are very. You can't be as selfish, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to think about your wife, your family, your daughters. Like all of that. Like how.
Yeah, but everyone has to pay. Let's say just for that situation. Let's say you did it back then, whenever, and then it fulfilled you, but then someone else to pay for that because they don't have you.
Exactly.
Right? Then you wouldn't. Let's say baby. Right?
Exactly.
But then,
no, for sure.
But then now you kind of grew up and you did that. You raised a kid. And now you could be like, hey, I'm finally here.
Exactly.
I think that's why you see those like tourists that are like 50s, 60s. They're like, I'm finally here.
It's also like one of those things where it's like you can look back at it like, I can actually pursue this again.
Yeah.
Without no obstacles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's why I brought it up too. Is just like, you're absolutely right. I think about the same thing. It's just like, I want to better health. I want to make sure the relationships are good. There's so many things that you kind of need to upkeep.
The problem with that is that what I have is that I think I just have a natural because you're always built on like I need to do as much as I can every day, right? Like health, family, whatever.
Just the grind.
Just the grind. But like when it comes to that, you start to realize of like what you're lacking.
Yeah.
And that fucking kills me every day. Like what kills me every day? It's like, okay, cool. I kicked ass at the gym. I like saw my family and all that.
Okay.
But like, it's hard to do all three, right? So then like my work, generally just because right now I'm in work right now. And I'm gonna be like, damn, I'm lacking in that. And when you see what you're lacking, you see what you like. Basically, like you're not at your potential.
Yeah.
And that has if you're constantly at that position where you're not producing as much as you could, that you could, that just has a journeying effect to it. So you naturally just think that, oh, I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
So like that's what I guess I'm currently in. It's like I don't think I'm good enough to be doing what I'm doing.
You're in that like David Goggin or what's his name? David Goggins.
Oh, that guy? That guy's a beast.
Yeah, but then,
Jesus Christ.
But then like I remember all the people not like contradicting him or whatever. Like people are saying like it's a good attitude to have, but also like it can be detrimental.
Oh, it's negative. Yeah.
It can be super detrimental.
That's actually really common.
Too much of everything. It's
Right.
bad.
It's all
Too much
balance.
oxygen can get
Yeah.
you high. You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
too much water.
all
I
about
have that.
balance,
It's imposter syndrome. I have that, and it's
Exactly.
really popular in
Shit,
engineering.
who the fuck am I? I don't even.
It's
Can
so,
you, Sean, can you put the definition of imposter
It's
syndrome? I do
so
want
bad.
to
Oh
just
my
kind
God.
of
I always hear
capitalize
that,
because
but
I
then-
feel
yeah.
like maybe I fall under it too. Maybe
I think we do, or I think
maybe
I know
our
what-
generation
It's
does.
tough.
Maybe
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know,
because
Social media plays a huge part.
yeah.
in it.
yeah.
Well, just doing engineering, it's like generally your mentor is a person that is experienced, right? And they could either have like a PhD or they just been in the program doing for so long, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then,
Oh, sorry.
so from
Oh
there,
shit, my fault.
No, you're good.
so from there, it's like I'm naturally not as good as you, and I constantly see how bad I am compared to how good you are. So I don't feel like I should be in this position, and I have that like all the time in my career. And so when I'm trying to make that like as good as I can every day, how much am I pulling away from family? How much am I
Right.
pulling away
Damn.
from like my health?
didn't
And
even think about
and it's fucking tough to do that. So am I tired every day? But yeah, but I'd rather be tired doing this than doing nothing.
I do like that take. Sean, what is the definition of imposter? Imposter syndrome is also known as imposter phenomenon. Is a psychological experience in which person suffers from feelings. I'm sorry, I've said Sean say it, but I said it. Yeah, sorry about that. Person suffering intellectual and or professional fraud. Now the key word for me is fraud. Like
Yeah.
because like for me, when I was growing up in the film and the TV kind of the commercial stuff, I faked till I made it. Like I just kind of like.
Yeah.
I was networking. I didn't know what I was in college, and I got into gigs because of my relationship with X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
The problem with that is that imposter syndrome? Like, am I a fraud for like getting
Yeah.
to where I was at?
I don't know. That's tough because like I was built on that too. Fake it till you make it, and then I feel like it's kind of gone away now, but there's still moments that you look back, and I think that's the key to fixing like imposter syndrome is like reflecting. You're like, how good am I at doing this now compared to like 5 years ago, right? But like, does it still kill me every other day? You're like, damn, I am a fraud.
This goes back to what when I had that conversation with Jericho.
Yeah.
He also said like, don't expect to have it all figured out right now. Understand that I'm still trying to figure it out. Like that actually opened up my eyes a lot, way
Yeah.
more, because then obviously I had this like image in my head like,
Yeah.
these guys have it figured out, obviously or whatever. But no, they're still trying and all
Yeah.
that. Like, it's a never-ending pursuit.
It really is.
There's no finish line. The
It
finish
really
line
is.
is death.
No, 100%, man. I think I have one last question before we get. I just want to make sure like we respect everyone's time, but I do want to just ask you, and this probably might be a big question, but I don't know if you're aware of this, but in our group we have a saying. Oh, it's pretty bad, huh? Yeah. You can close the garage. Fine. No cuts. Just close the garage. Try to make it natural. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just first natural. But I was gonna close it.
Yeah, we'll wait. These goddamn kids in my lawn.
Goddamn kids. Yeah.
Where's that now? Where's those dads?
Yeah, no. This is the last. Yeah, my last question as well. But I definitely want to just. I don't know if you're aware of this, but the group has a word of when someone kind of leaves and kind of like takes care of themselves and like progresses in a you probably read
I've heard
it.
this in the other episodes.
And I just want to make sure you understand.
Shit,
like
I
that,
forgot.
yeah, no, it's okay. It's called like you're in your Warren era because
Oh, okay.
Warren, because Warren
Yeah.
has these like gaps in our timeline where you have left or you kind of disappeared or kind of improved yourself
Yeah.
to be better and to come back a different person, and not a completely different person, but a different person in the sense where like, oh, I'm so proud of this guy. So when I see our homies do that, where they walk away from the crew and they come back, different. Oh, they're in their Warren era. I don't know if you understand like the impact that had, but when I was growing up, we played football together. So you were always on a regiment. You had a schedule. You always told me when we were younger that you were a mentor for me. I mean, I don't know if you know that, but because I don't have no brothers, what I'm saying? Like, so like I always kicked at your house and we lived close by and stuff like that. But when you had your schedule, you always told me I don't want to have any free time. no free time. Like,
said that?
Yeah, you want to be doing something every time. Like you want people to want to hang out with you because you're doing stuff to improve yourself all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how many fucking eggs we ate in your living room, bro? Like, or
Wait,
in your
what?
kitchen? No, because like you were like, dude, we gotta intake all this protein, all this protein, all this protein. And I'm like, yeah, you would make me eggs, you would make me a shake, we would just, and you took care of me. But
Oh shit, that was so mean.
yeah, but
This morning I had legs.
what I'm trying to say is that like, do you like? What was the drive? I mean, what is the drive behind that? Because you are still, but
Yeah.
what made you so hungry at a young
fuck.
age, bro? Because like, you created that whole discipline part, and then that kind of like leaned in, and
Yeah.
I'm so happy when people like take a walk away from us or like kind of disappear, and shout out to Austin. Like Austin just is gone, but like I know that Austin will come back a better person, and I know, and I love that guy. I'm rooting for him. But what was the?
Oof. First off, like, I'm thankful that you guys like have that
Acknowledge
connotation as me, because like what I was doing at that moment was I was just doing what I had to do. But I think at that moment, I was just going to school, right? Pretty much most of the time, and I was just gone. I haven't seen any of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think like what
That's where you met Maria too, right?
Yeah, that's,
yeah. I think what built from that though was like I didn't like who I was before, and then what I mean by that, it's like I think like we had like that moment in our relationship where I was not proud of like what I did, right. So then like the only thing I did at that moment was like let me just reflect on me from what I did, and the best way to do that is distance myself. And the only thing I know what I could do is just constantly do something. So I'm just gonna go to school.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go do this and this. I'm gonna keep myself busy, right? So like it was that fact that like, oh okay, that part of me and John, and I haven't seen any of the friends. I'm gonna work, whatever that is. Like if that's really work or that's actually like going to school or whatever, all that. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna lock it in. And I didn't see you guys for like 2 years, 3 years, and all that, right? I think you pretty much the whole duration you were gone.
When you met Maria, then I left for the military.
Yeah.
And that was the whole part with the schooling and stuff like that.
Yeah. So then, like, I think that was just one of the effects of like me disappearing and doing that, right? And
It's like watching a rose grow.
you're right.
And no, it's beautiful, and I've always wanted to ask that because you were so. I don't know. It was so detrimental because then we labeled that like disappearing act or whatever that is, and it's like, yo, like this guy's locked in right now.
Yeah.
So
It was
don't
just
disturb him.
yeah.
He's like in his hyperbolic time chamber. or something like
I
that.
would say the same thing about Kevin when he like dipped out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say dipped. That's a poor term, but like he was just doing his own thing.
Yeah.
He got with Roxanne.
Yeah.
He was focusing on just like because I know he wanted a family.
Yeah.
I know he wanted to marry her eventually.
Yeah.
And then so I wasn't talking to him for like the longest time. It was like years. you
Yeah.
know? And then what made me talk to him again was when his dad died.
Yeah.
So obviously it's like, yo, like let me check on you. And then that's what like got us back like kicking it all the time again. Other than the fact that like he moved back to San Marino and all that, but it's because of loss, you know what I mean? That like you have to like also like because like even though they're doing their own things, like it doesn't hurt to check on them. When it's needed.
Ooh, just being super aware of that, right? Just being aware of the homies, like I always feel like, and at least for me too, is I always felt like, and I've told this to the twins and now the podcast. It's like, yo, like we always gotta be, because we saw each other every day and we were always intertwined.
And we all just disappeared.
Yeah. Then we just all disappeared, and like now, with talks with you and all that stuff too, it's like you need to, and all that stuff is. At the end of the day, I do truly realize that, like, no matter what we do, at the end of the day, we're still all going to be here for each other, but we do have to go through those trials and tribulations alone.
Yeah.
But, and that's the thing that, fucked me up, because I'm a true believer that you get to choose your family, and I chose you guys. But also, like, when we got to the era where we kind of separated, I was, like, fucking lost, So, yeah. So, no, and that's how I feel about it. It's I'm afraid of that too. I'm afraid of.
Well, I'm glad it motivated you guys in some way to do this. But then I think at those moments,
It's beautiful.
I think at those moments like you're in the trenches, and I think if it's like similar to like trenches as like when you're bringing up a baby the first 2 months, like you're just like going through what you have to do.
Yeah.
And then I guess like if I could reflect back on it, I would think that like, oh, it would be cool to have like a nice message from one of the boys like checking in, which you guys all did. generally, right? But like you say Austin, so okay, shoot him a message. He might be in the trenches right now, going through the grind of the nuances of that, and he's gonna come out a better man. But like if we just chime in and be like, yo, how are you? I guarantee he's gonna love that, because I feel like at that moment when I was doing that, I was just like, it was kind of lost in like doing something.
Yeah, that's
Right?
why I said to the twins, I was just like, I felt like I was entitled versus yeah. So it's a give or take kind of conversation, but I just definitely wanted to acknowledge that, and it is a pinnacle. It's an important part of our friendship.
Yeah, but also it's like you need to understand, it's like it's not like, okay, I did this, I stepped out to do something, right? It doesn't end there. Right. It's
Absolutely.
like, hey, like I'm here now, I guess, in a way, right? I don't see you guys that often, right? But I saw you guys more than before.
We still talk on Discord.
Yeah,
and all that.
we still that.
Phone calls.
Yeah, but like we're still
So we're gonna
actively
keep this
doing
going.
something.
Yeah, we're gonna keep this going too. As
So
well.
like that's just kind of like in how this podcast, like you guys might be gone Saturdays, right? And I might not see you, but you guys are doing something, and that's all that matters in life.
And you're gonna listen in on us.
I'm always,
and that's
I'm
the whole
always listening.
again the whole
you.
part of the podcast. We're getting older and we don't see each other, but if you're listening to this on Spotify or YouTube, you can see this and be like, yo, just join the conversation, just hang out. And from the feedback that we got, I mean, that's amazing how we have kind of like shaped that, like, yo, I just need something in the background to be like, yo, I need to get the boys,
Don't forget
to like and subscribe.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I do want to say it has been an amazing podcast. I definitely kind of nervous ahead of time because I was just like, what the fuck kind of
It's been a while.
No, but like, what conversations are we gonna have?
Yeah.
But it's really impactful to know that we can kind of like lock in and have like genuine, vulnerable conversations with each other, and have access to each other's perspective as well.
No,
too.
you guys doing a great job. Like I came in here like nervous, like what should I bring up? Like what do I say and all that. But like I came in here, I'm like, okay, it was pretty easy. Like 2 hours like that.
A lot. That's the same. That's
what I'm
how it is
saying.
for like a lot of people when they come in. Like,
We create some moves, man.
Yeah,
like-
good job on that. Like,
just
it just flows and all that.
We hope he's out here, man.
Yeah.
We hope his first podcast is second.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, I do.
FWA to the dog.
Yeah, dude.
Finger
And
one's
we do
ass.
end it on a drink as well. We cheers
shit.
as well. Do you know how the podcast ends?
It ends a certain way.
Yeah. Okay. John, do you want to tell?
yeah, you
Is this on the video?
yeah, you
Yeah.
say.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah.
FWABOOM.
Yes, sir.
FWABOOM,
Cheers.
baby.
Cheers.
What does FWABOOM stand for?
What the fuck? You're
That's
in
a
it,
great
right?
question,
Hey,
dude.
Look at this list out.
Finger Warren's ass.